Hey guys, welcome back for another episode of the crypto forecast. Today I'm going to be looking at Ripple XRP versus USD, EOS versus USD, and Ethereum versus USD. So very quick, let's jump into Ripple here. I shared this image, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago in the premium groups on Telegram. The price was still tightening here, so I said XRP is still tightening in this massive triangle. I said this in my New Year video, it could potentially be stuck here until February. We're getting closer to the end of the triangle, but still still respecting the lines. The assessment hasn't changed since then, so since New Year. And if it breaks bullish, that would be a strong confirmation that the bottom was in. If it breaks bearish, it could drop all the way down to 8 cents eventually. So let's take a look at the chart right now. And it's still tightening within the triangle, but it's getting to the end. So this, guys, is a heads up for you to monitor this and pay attention, because this is going to break out. Personally, I think there's a bigger chance that it'll break in the upside and that this was actually the bottom. But of course, I'm not 100% confident. That's why it's better to wait. But if this was to break in the upside, you can see, guys, this is the best time you could have been buying for buy and hold, because it's right at support. This support is a very long-term support. It was broken in the upside in May 2017 when we had the altcoin bubble here, and since then it's been holding above it. So this is a very, very important level of support. It's been holding, so assume continuation. I think it'll hold. I mean, if you've been buying support, then I would, if it was me, I would have a stop loss below support, just in case it fails, because it could go very, very low. The next significant support, it's not until 8 cents here, but we will see how this plays out. So I'm just giving the heads up here, guys. Moving on to EOS. And for EOS, actually, guys, I'm really, really impressed with EOS. I'm on the daily candles right now. I was updating on the premium groups as well on Telegram, and I was saying, since we were down here, I was saying this diagonal resistance line is very close from the price. Not only this diagonal resistance line, but if we look at the weekly chart, we also had the 20-week moving average right above the diagonal resistance line. So that was a very, very super strong resistance. I expected EOS to drop at the diagonal resistance or at the 20-week moving average. I wasn't expecting to capitulate and break lows, but I was expecting to retrace, because guys, I don't mess with the 20-week moving average. I know it's very, very strong resistance in bear markets, and it's very, very strong support in bull markets. So I always respect this moving average. And this downtrend resistance was set here for almost a year as well. So it was a very, very strong line. Not only that, at the same level, we had resistance from this previous significant high here. So it was triple, very strong support. I expected this to reject the price. Right now, we are in the middle of the week, so we still have half the week to see if this will actually close above the 20-week moving average, because chances are it will start retracing at some point. And if we close the week, this weekly candle below the 20-week moving average, I wouldn't be surprised if this happens, and then I would expect, retracement. So the short message here is, don't buy into the FOMO. Now is the worst time to buy. The best time to buy was, like almost everything else, in the beginning of the year. That's why I did my HODL 2010 HODL portfolio. I bought it in the beginning of the year when everything was here at the lows. So now is obviously the worst time to FOMO into this. Even if it continues to shoot up, I would wait for a dump. It will dump eventually. You guys know this. Nothing goes up forever. Nothing goes down forever. When it finishes pumping, it'll dump, and then that's what I would buy. I would be, I'm actually personally waiting for this to dump, and then I would buy the retracement. It could go as low as retesting this downtrend resistance as a support this time, so it could go as low as, let's say, $2 with 20, in this 2.22. That would be a great level to buy. I'm not saying it'll go that low. We have another support before this one, which is at 288, but these are the two main supports. So this would be the two, levels to buy. when this retraces. Moving on to Ethereum, and Ethereum versus the US dollar, I'm on Bitfinex. I shared this signal the other day on the Telegram groups, and I said, basically, I'm not going to read this, but basically I say wait for this to dump, to retrace probably between 150 and 170, and then buy the dump at the support line of this triangle here. I mean, obviously everything will have to retrace at some point, but I think there's a big chance this support line of this triangle will actually bounce the price again. So that would be the next buying opportunity if you missed the previous one. Of course, it's not guaranteed that it will hold. That's why you should always use stop loss below the support line of this triangle. And now this target here at 250 is the target only if this triangle breaks out and it actually shows volume supporting the breakout. So at this point, this target means absolutely nothing. I only put it here just to monitor, but it means nothing until this triangle actually breaks out. So, you know, before it breaks out, first it needs to hold support and then bounce and then break out. So we're far away from this target, you know, having any meaning. Right now it doesn't mean anything. So yeah, I shared that the other day. And how is the chart looking right now? The chart is at, the price right now is at 150, so we are at resistance. This is the 23.6 Fibonacci level at 150. Maybe it will continue to shoot up like it happened with EOS, because sometimes when some coins do that first, the rest of altcoins will follow. So it could be that this just breaks out here and goes and makes the target at 250 before retracing. If that's the case, as I said before, oh well, when you miss it, you miss it. You need to wait for the dump and buy reds. Don't buy green after the thing has been, it's, you know, halfway pumping already. That was all for the quick update, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.